sure. But pulling out since the fire is getting a bit unfortunate for the Stu 42. Now I'll be switching back to Tesla, who has gotten the Infantry 2 upgrade for the Stu armors vehicles in his force, getting a gunner, and the gunner is quickly taken out by a mortar round. Very, very short lifespan for that poor fellow. Pioneers conducting repairs on the Stu 42, which is now in an overwatch position, providing some artillery support. Rangers rushing ahead, completely dodging the howitzer shell, firing at the Stu 42, but perhaps they could have moved up to the side, taking heavy fire from numerous sides and forced retreat, and a heavy machine gun has moved up in a rather unfortunately exposed position, going to take heavy fire from all sides, although it looks like that was a bit planned as riflemen are moving in from the flank, but perhaps not enough. No, looks like the Stu 42 is, the MG is in dire trouble, taking grenades as well, clearing out the machine gun, riflemen managing to kills, and veteran Tier 1. Stu 42 fire completely wiping out half of the team. Mortar fire probably going to be raining in on the positions, but the riflemen continue undisturbed despite the heavy losses. Going to have to pull back now, dropping their last BAR and having only a bazooka to support them now. A bit unfortunate. LMG 42 still being equipped for the Grenadiers, grabbing a BAR to support them. One man down to mortar fire so far, 2 killed for the mortar. And not much else for the Americans, in fact, very little else. A ranger and rifleman, a bit here and there, trying to regroup and reorganize, but there's not much actually for them to continue the fight. Stu 42 beating a hasty retreat, although I'm not sure why. Certainly could have dealt with these rangers quite easily since they only have one bazooka. Further barbed wire going off to secure this position, meaning the only approach is here, and right through the Stu 42. Stormtroopers dealing with these riflemen in a very nasty manner with their assault rifles tearing through them. Further heavy loss to the Americans, not something they can afford. Anti-tank gun being moved forward to deal with Stu 42, which has so far 11 kills. Doesn't look like it has line of sight though, so can't fire anymore. Okay. Can it? Looks like Tesla is gathering manpower for something, perhaps a Tiger, but he does not have the command points, so he cannot acquire that yet. Certainly a lot of resources is floating. Grenadiers and Foes Grenadiers advancing. Not much in the way except a few support weapons with very little support infantry itself. So those will be cleared out very quickly without much interruption. Riflemen and Rangers counter-attacking, one team down, the one with the bazooka, firing right at the Grenadiers, and we see assault grenades being used. KPC not pulling back, this is going to hurt, since assault grenades can do a lot of damage, although not kill, but when you have troops with MP40s nearby, those will finish off the job very quickly. Further assault grenades landing right in the mist, and we see almost half the health going off the entire teams, now being slaughtered without any mercy. A lot of wounded and dead in a very, very small space, in fact. Quite horrific. Certainly heavy losses for the 4th Infantry Division. Not entirely sure they can keep up this sort of warfare with such tragic rate of attrition. Germans having managed to completely reverse the battle, although again not entirely sure all these LMG 42s would have been necessary. Regular rifles would have done just as well, if not better, I think. Now we see the Tiger 205 under command of Hauptmann Voss, ready to deliver some 88mm high explosive shells to the Americans, trying to blow up this anti-tank gun so the Americans can't seize it. And a tank depot now, a bit too late, I think. I'm not entirely sure he has any resources to actually use it. So I'm not entirely sure this was a good decision. Perhaps further ranges, perhaps another anti-tank gun or an armored car, a half-track, anything. Just not a tank depot at this moment. Perhaps if he'd gone for that instead of the motor pool, he might have had some sort of chance. But now it's just a waste of resources, and it's going to end up digging his grave even deeper. Not a lot to actually carry on the fight, only a mortar team, a rifle team, and a engineer team alongside an anti-tank gun. Mortar fire still causing some damage. 4 kills, but not a lot though. Stormtroopers lying in ambush near this victory point. Springing it now, perhaps. Yes, moving in for the kill on the unsuspecting riflemen as they are trying to seize the victory point. And we see a bundle grenade going off. An old World War I tactic, in fact. And a lot of the Stormtroopers' tactics, SS Panzer Grenadiers, were in fact based on World War I Stormtrooper tactics. Fun stuff. Of which SS Panzer Division they're from, one can only guess. Perhaps the 9th SS, who will ever know. Stu 42 firing away. Veterancy 3 has been upgraded, meaning it'll have armored skirts, decreasing the efficiency of anti-tank weapons of the handheld kind against it. And Tesla saying that KPC almost had him, and indeed he did, but he just didn't fortify the positions he had well enough, I think. But there we go, match over, a victory for the 2nd Panzer Division in the face of almost total annihilation. It managed to pull through and secure this line once more. So I hope you enjoyed this game, and if you did, feel free to subscribe, comment, or tell your friends so they could possibly subscribe. This is Imperial Dane saying, snipers! The assholes have snipers!